Hello, hi. Hi, welcome to Poetry Anonymous. Feels like that. Not too many people today. Okay, can I request you guys to come and take the front rows, yeah? I'll tell you two reasons, okay? One, it'll be nice for you to perform to people and not chairs. And second, we're live streaming this, so if you guys decide to perform something that you want to release as a reel, then it'll just be nice to have an audience covered here. So yeah, you guys want to come here? It's up to you this time. You want to come? You guys want to move in? Yeah. Technically, you can do this whole show with people sitting in the first row. I feel like, because we only have like two more people coming. And I'm sorry for making us sit here now because I just realized that your neck will have a problem by the end of this. Really sorry. Hi guys, my name is Harsha. I'll be your host this afternoon. Thank you so much for coming today. How many of you are doing this for the first ever time? First ever time. First time at Habitat or first time?
First time.
In life?
Yeah.
Wow, can you please have a round of applause for her? So what motivated you today? Like, have you been planning this for a while that I want to perform?
No, it's just I wrote it and I wanted people to listen to it.
Wow, I love the confidence to it. This is because I started writing at age 10. I started performing poetry at age 23. So like it just took forever to be like, no, I don't want to show anyone my writing. I'm happy, but this is really cool. So I'm very happy for you. Thank you so much for coming. We hope you have a really really good time. The rest of you have done this before. You know the drill, kind of. Yeah. Everyone. Okay, great. We have a few basic rules. Okay, you all get 4 minutes. If we get done with the open mic and if we have time, maybe we can do more. But for now, everyone has 4 minutes, okay? Actually, we are few of us, right? Let's just do 5 minutes. Be happy, you guys are, we all got lucky, thanks to other people who didn't come. So we'll do like 5 minutes for you guys, okay? So I'll do 5 minutes per person. The timer's right there. So it's easy for you also to just see how many pieces can you do. In 5 minutes, you can do 20 pieces, 25 pieces, one piece. But please stick to 5 minutes. Because we have a show right after this and we want to make sure everyone gets time. फिर ऐसा ना हो कि कम लोग में भी सबको time नहीं मिला, okay? So there's 5 minutes. Around 4 minutes 30 seconds, you'll see a light flash there behind you. Once you see that light flash, that means you have 30 more seconds. I request you, okay, do not start a piece at 4 minutes 30 seconds. Please, it gets very awkward. And then I'll come stand there. That's all. I won't do anything. I'll just come stand there. Which is your second cue if you don't realize the time is up, then the time is up, okay? Second, I don't know why I have to say this, but have fun. You woke up in your house on a Sunday in Bombay. You decided I'm going to fight all the weather, the roads, everything to come here. And now you came here, right? So please have fun because a lot of people get nervous and they forget to have fun. So please have fun. Third, I don't know how many of you are working today. Anyone working after this? You're working today? Few of you are working? Okay, great. Give trigger warning, guys. Let's not ruin someone's day. Okay? Because we don't know where someone comes from, what triggers them. So give a trigger warning, let them step out for 4 minutes and then come back and we'll continue that. Fourth, for those of you who don't know, we live stream this whole event. So there's a camera right behind you. We have a YouTube channel called Habitat Studios. So Habitat Studios, we live stream this whole event from start to the end. And once the event gets over, you can have a look. Right now, it's being live streamed. If you want to, I can give you 30 seconds to text every single person in your life and tell them, hey, I'm performing at this place. And the channel is called Habitat Studios. You can check the live out. You can then find the live on the channel after the event is over and then download it. And if you want to cut out reels, you can cut out upload now. Please give credit, guys. Giving credit is like somebody asking for their own money from somebody else. It's weird because it's like, hey, I give you money, now I want it back. It's the same way. Someone's worked hard and a lot of people are working hard for the event. So make sure you credit, if not the people, the place at least, for that. Photos you will get in your DM 1 week from now, okay? So please be patient with us, guys. There are a few of us. Sometime I once got a call at 6 in the morning. I'm a freelancer, so I got excited. I was like, maybe there's work. I pick up, and the guy on the other side, without saying anything, says, "Where are my photos from the poetry open mic?" Now I've been working for 6 years. We've had 2 open mics every week. I'm bad at math. You do the math, okay? It's just hard to keep track of things. And we have like every day we have 2 or 3 events, so it gets a little hard. So give us a week's time. You will get in our DM. If you don't get in our DM, then just DM us saying, hey, I came on this date for this poetry open mic and I haven't received my photo, so please share the link. That's about it. Now we can have fun, okay? My name is Harsh. I'm a storyteller. I like interacting with people. So I will interact with you. If you want to interact, great. If you don't interact, just nod your head and move on to the next person, okay? But for every single person that comes here, whether it's the first time, whether it's not your first time, we are all going to cheer for them. Yeah? Seems like the energy is here. We have to come up here, okay? So I will pretend call somebody, okay? I will not really call somebody. I'll call you a fictional person, okay? That person's the performer, that person's your so-called best friend at the moment, okay? And we are going to see how much energy you have to call them on stage. Are you guys ready? There is no sound to say yes also. Wow.
Yes.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's okay, it's fine. It's okay, guys. I'm just saying. Like, I just thought, okay, no problem. Okay, I'll call the person. Yeah? Okay. No. I know that comes off as... Once I just did the sound without telling people that this is to cheer, and then I did that, and everyone's just staring at me saying, now what, do we do the same thing back to you? Like, thank you. So keep the energy for every single person, okay? And I don't know if we will become best friends by the end of this or not. Let's hope. But if we don't, let's just pretend that we are each other's best friend. Can we do that? Yes?
Yes.
Are you guys ready to pretend today? Yes?
Yes.
The answer is no, guys. The answer is no. It's a no. You're supposed to say no. We're not going to pretend. But okay, cool. I just like doing that. I just like doing that for my fun. Okay. So the rules are the same. You get 5 minutes today. Usually we have 4 minutes, but you guys are lucky. So we'll have 5 minutes. Come in and do your pieces. Another thing is snapping, okay? So the idea to snap comes from the fact that, one, you cannot, if you clap in the middle of someone's performance, they do get distracted. Two reasons. One, because we're humans, we get distracted. Second, because we want validation, we get distracted. Second main reason is when we snap, we're trying to tell somebody indirectly that, hey, I resonate with the line you said. I liked what you wrote. I like the lines in which you thought about, right? Without letting them know. I mean, without using words exactly. So I think it's a good energy to have when you're saying something, because writing is a lone process, okay? I don't know, does anyone write in groups? Anyone over here? No? Okay. Writing is a lone process. You sit at home, you write. Then you're like, I'm the best writer alive. Then you come to open mic, then you're like, I can't even read my own handwriting. So it's a whole process. So as an audience or performers also, this is like a sounding board, right? It's like you're playing tennis in a way, or you're playing squash. Squash is the right term, actually. You're playing squash without a wall when there's no audience. But now that the audience is there, the wall is a back and forth bounce between what you're trying to say and what people are trying to interpret. So, and if you like someone's work, right? Validation is free, guys. Give it to people. Money in this job, I don't know how long we have. I've been doing this 6 years, and so good luck finding money in this place. But validation is free, and it's nice to tell each other if you like something. So please do that. And can we just snap once and see how? Yeah, it sounds nice. Together we can do that. It'll be great, perfect. I'll call the first performer. You guys know what to do. First performer today, guys. Let's go. Can we? A little more. Can we please have Sunny? Keep clapping till he comes on stage.
क्या सोचा और क्या निकला इस जीवन का सच। वैसे तो कोई पुख्ता सबूत नहीं है कि है यही एक अंतिम सच, पर अब कुछ दिनों से आभास हो रहा है कि ये जो कड़वा तीता सा स्वाद आया है जुबां पे हाल ही में अचानक, यही एक अंतिम सच। जिंदगी बाकी है, उम्र आधी है बिल्कुल, पर ये बेरुखी सी जो शाम अभी आई है, लगता है शायद है यही एक अंतिम सच। रात सवेरे के चक्र से मुक्त बेपरवाह ये शाम तो जैसे ठहर सी गई है। मन विचलित पहले, पर वो भी लापरवाह मानकर बैठ गया है कि है यही एक अंतिम सच। क्या लड़ना, क्या झगड़ना, बेमतलब के तर्कों में, समस्याओं में बेवजह क्या उलझना, जब मन ठान ही बैठा है कि है यही एक अंतिम सच। क्या है ये अंतिम सच, जरा हम भी सुने। कोई पूछे तो कहता कि हर जवाब पे है यहाँ कोई ना कोई कुतर्क, हर सुविधा में है कोई ना कोई दुविधा, हर समाधान में है कोई ना कोई समस्या। जिस सच के आधार पर कट रहा बट रहा इंसानों का काफिला, वक्त आने पर वो भी करवट बदलेगा, है यही एक अंतिम सच। जगमगाते सितारों को, आसमानी बूंद मापने वालों को अंदाजा नहीं उसके असली स्वरूप आकार का। मुट्ठी भर पानी हाथ में लेकर चलने वालों को अंदाजा नहीं सागर की गहराई का। और यूं ही बात बात पे एक दूसरे के जान पर उतर आने वालों को अंदाजा नहीं जिंदगी की अहमियत का। यहाँ खेल यहाँ खेल तो सीमित है केवल मोटी जेब और 2 वक्त की रोटी में। सामाजिक प्रतिष्ठा और सामाजिक स्वीकृति में एक बने बनाए नक्शे कदम पर चलने या जंजीरें तोड़ अपनी खुद की पहचान बनाने में यहाँ सच कैद है विभिन्न विचारधाराओं के पिंजरे में, जहाँ इसका इस्तेमाल अस्त्र की तरह होता है शत्रुओं को घायल करने में। ये है हमारा सच, पल रहा इसका भारी है, घुटने टेक जमी पर तेरी जान अब हमारी। मिटाए मिटता नहीं, छुपाए छुपता नहीं, दबाने की लाख कोशिशों के बावजूद जो उभर आए बेबाक है वही एक अंतिम सच। सच वो नहीं जो कोई सदियों पुरानी परंपरा, कोई कल्पित कथा जो डर जाए किसी नास्तिक के ललकार से। सच वो नहीं जो करे गुलामी सत्तावाद पूंजीवादी बाजार में। सच वो भी नहीं जो बंद के सिमट जाए चंद बौद्धिक किताबों में, हर सांस में, हर राग में, हर काल में, जिसकी मौजूदगी का एहसास हो पर उसके होने का कोई ठोस प्रमाण नहीं है वही एक अंतिम सच। हर साथ में, विश्वास में जो रिश्तों की नींव बचाए है वही एक अंतिम सच। हर हाल में, अकाल में जो जीवन की संरचना संभाले है वही एक अंतिम सच। रहस्य इस सृष्टि का, रहस्य इस सृष्टि का जो हर बार ताज्जुब हैरान कर जाए है शायद वही एक अंतिम सच। So I kind of wrote this couple of years back during the whole cab protests and all, when you know like parties were fighting against, मतलब ये मेरा सच है, वो उनका सच है, and I happened to have written this while I was quite drunk. So I honestly don't think where it came from. My name is Sunny Kumar. I go by this name. Will be happy to connect with you on Instagram. SUNNYKHUMAAR. Thank you.
All right, Sunny.
Yes. One more time. Come on, let's go. How long have you been writing? Wow, if you have to think, it's been many years. Wow.
First time I wrote was like journal when I was in 7th standard. And,
Just like just journal for yourself, or was it like a school thing that you had to write?
no, I was just
You were writing a journal. Wow, that's very. No 7th grader I know, or I myself didn't do it.
I won't know if it's technically a journal or what. Basically, I was just writing at the back of my, and then kept writing. The whole copy notebook was just about me writing, not doing the tasks for which it was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm glad we did that because I feel like the fuel to continue doing that wouldn't have come back again. I feel if you didn't do that. So thank you so much for performing and doing this. Hope to see you very soon. Like I told you guys, my name is Harsha. I'm a Gujarati, born and raised in Bangalore. I don't know how many of you are fans of Bangalore, been there, all of that. There are 3 things you get there: weather, traffic, and beer. 3 things which are good, which are nice. I'm also Jain, so I can only talk about these things apparently. But I came to Bombay around 9 years back to look for hopes, dreams, and aspirations, and all I could find was Gujaratis. There are a lot of Gujaratis here. I don't know. Is anyone Gujarati here in this crowd? No? Okay. Today we're lucky. Otherwise, usually there are a lot of people in the audience, which is very absurd. Because I know people who. How many of you are not from Bombay? Give me a cheer. Most people. Whoa! All of us are not from. What? Let's go. Let's go on a round. Where are you from? Quickly.
I'm from Allahabad.
Allahabad.
Kochi.
Masti. Amravati.
Palampur, Himachal Pradesh.
Palanpur, Himachal Pradesh.
I am from Assam, but I was in Bangalore.
Okay, Assam, Bangalore. Still not Bombay. That's still like Punjab.
Gurgaon.
Nagpur.
Wow, dude. Bangalore. Wow, this is a crazy room. Yeah. Usually, like, and this is very weird to say this, okay? But when I first came to Bombay to meet I wouldn't say pure, but I was saying like a Maharashtrian who's very this, right? I didn't meet a Maharashtrian. I met more Gujaratis when I came to Bombay than I met like a Maharashtrian for years in Bombay. Then I started meeting or knowing people actually as friends. So it's very rare. It's most people from like, wow. Who's the other longest actually? I mean, anyone more than 10 years? Anyone more than 10 years? No? Anyone less than 5 years?
Coming and going.
Okay, okay, yeah, that still counts. 5, is it 5, is it around 5 years? Okay, okay, lovely, nice, great. I think this city is very culturally shocking. I don't know if you guys feel this.
6 months.
Since month, 6 months.
Yeah.
You just came in 6 months back.
Yeah.
Wait, who's come the low, the least amount here? So 6 months. Anyone else less than 6?
3 months.
Oh, we had this conversation. 3 months. Yes, I remember this.
I shifted 3 days ago.
Like you shifted for
Yeah.
good. Like you're not gonna
From
do.
Himachal to here, I
But,
shifted.
but all this while you kept doing back and forth.
Yes.
But now you've moved.
Yes.
Oh my God, 3 days.
Yeah.
But you've come here before, so it's still not that.
Okay. Yeah.
You 6 months back you came. Before that, have you come to Bombay?
Once for like 2 days.
That is not like nothing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when you come for 2 days, 1 week, Bombay is wow. It's beautiful. When you start living here, you're like, what? How has it been so far? Your experience?
It's been very mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is it what side are you on? Is it an extreme side? Is it like intense? Is it
On
overwhelming?
some days I hate it.
Yeah.
On some days I really, really love it. So like I've not been able to make up my mind on whether I like it or I don't like it. But I'm like still getting used to Bombay.
Yeah, but this is Bombay. Just let me
Yeah.
tell you, this
Yeah.
is Bombay. On many days it'll be like, I cannot stand the city. On some days it'll be like, this city has made my life. Everything that I have is because of the city. It's very absurd. I don't really. But it's very culturally shocking because in Bangalore, if you hold hands, also people are like, how are you holding hands? Over here, I don't even want to get into the kind of things, right? If I just tell you guys, okay, hey, I want to go to reclamation. What can I see there? Okay, how many of you have been in Bombay for years? If I tell you reclamation, you don't think of the view, don't think of the sea, you don't think of sea link. You can only the first thing that anyone tells me is every 50 meters there are going to be a couple, which is normal in Bombay, right? Marine Drive. I remember I came to Marine Drive. I came to do an internship years back while I was in college, and it was 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I was passing by Pizza by the Bay Road, which goes towards Marine Drive, right? And that right turn, so we're standing in the taxi. It's hot inside the taxi. It's hot everywhere. There is a couple at 1 p.m. with an umbrella sitting opposite Pizza by the Bay, and I don't want to get into the science of the body just to understand why this is happening. I never understood it. And then I saw monsoon, which is much worse. Like it's more rainy and I don't know how they figured a whole way, man. I don't know. We are a few steps away from having like festival or a tent, which is going to become open to all of this. But yeah, Bangalore that way is very chill, calm. I'm assuming most cities have that thing except Bombay, where you wake up in Bombay and someone's already done 10,000 things from 6 to 9. And then you're like, now I have to do 10,000 things. And then you finish 10,000 things and you're like, finally I did it. Then you meet somebody else in the evening who's like, oh, you remember I did 10,000 things? I did 20,000 things right now. And then you're like, bro, will I ever finish doing all the tasks I have in hand? It's like never going to finish. And on top of that, then you have to live in a house that's not even a house, but you have to keep calling, you have to keep telling yourself, yeah, I pay rent, this is a house only. Yeah, this is how big a house is. That's why. When I go to Bangalore, I run from end to end and I lose my shit. I've become like a 10-year-old child because from one end to the other, it feels like, bro, I'm covering like kilometers suddenly. Because in Bombay, you walk 2 steps, you're like, home is over. This is it. It's been a crazy time. I have to look for a house now. Partially the reason I'm ranting right now is because I have to look for a house in a month. And it's been my 9th year. And in my maybe 5th or 6th house, it's a pain, dude. How many of you have you already moved? Like moved houses? Have you
You
got?
and I have to shift to a new place in March.
Oh my god, dude, it's.
Hello,
I can't.
roommate.
Hopefully, we'll be able to find something that the brokers won't fuck around with us. Or we won't look at the rent and be like, I'll never stop working the rest of my life. It's so bad, the rent. Okay, anyways, cool. I'll call the next person. You guys know what to do? Yeah? You guys know what to do? Let's go. A little more. Can we please have Shruti? Keep clapping till she comes on stage, guys. All of you.
Yeah, okay. Hi guys, I'm Shruti. I'm a poet, and on the days when I'm not writing or reading, I don my hat as a lawyer. Now, poets. So, being a poet, I think that poets thrive on 2 things. One is delusion, the other is appreciation, of course. But, if you're a poet, things are so dreamy most of the times. But if you're a lawyer, things are not always as dreamy. Being a lawyer, as my colleague would agree, that it's not always fun and games. As a lawyer, my circle comprises with lawyers and they don't really have time. And the weekends that we do get time, our schedules doesn't match. So what happens is that like lately I've started romanticizing the art of staying alone, started enjoying my company. I go out on walks, I go out cycling by myself, I go out like, just exploring the city by myself. So this was this last weekend. And before this, so I've been to Bombay just like for 6 months now. And before this, I came to Bombay, I think, when I was 21, 22, for 2 days with the person I was dating. At that time, I was in the days of love, obviously. And we went to this place called Pizza by the Bay. It happens to be like one of the very good memories of my relationship with that person. So last weekend I was taking a walk in Colaba, and it's a very beautiful area. I kept walking to Marine Drive when I reached Pizza by the Way, and I stood there for like 2 minutes just internalizing, okay, this is a place I have like some memories with, and I had this memory with that person and he's no longer in my life and all of that. And then I moved to Marine Drive. Because obviously we are a poet, we tend to overthink a lot, and like हर छोटी सी चीज़ में कुछ ना कुछ poetry ढूंढ ही रहे होते हैं. तो मरीन ड्राइव पे मैं गई, मैं बैठी हुई हूँ, एंड देन स्मॉल गर्ल वॉक्स अप टू मी विद रोजेस एंड आई लुक एट हर एंड आई एम लाइक सॉरी मेरे पास अभी चेंज नहीं है. एंड देन अ गाय कम्स अप एंड ही इज लाइक लेट मी गेट दोज फॉर मैम. एंड that was my first time, okay, like somebody giving me roses like that. And in my head I'm like, oh god, मुझे भगवान से signal आ गया, it's time to move on now. So on this note, I will take you through my journey in Bombay, like 7 days of a week. How there are days when I struggle, there are days like, I'm also, you reach that stage when making new friends is not that easy anymore, right? And you like also mostly occupied with work and a lot of things are happening. So how I like to go about my time and my emotions, navigating through a lot of things. So this is through a poem. On Monday, we wake up the spirit of a whiny child prized out of her blanket, thrown into the arms of an energetic morning, unprepared, reluctant, confused. Yet a happy face nevertheless on Monday morning, waiting for the day to end. Tuesdays I heave a sigh, hair pulled back into a bun, time for reflections, time for some real work. On Tuesdays, I poured my anger towards the world into a cup of coffee at work. We are living through a war that nobody really cares about and are dazed in a religion that does not even belong to our God. I think too much and I do little, like all of us. On Wednesdays, I'm the limerick of a stoic, a face so composed I carry to the world outside. I am a patient listener on Wednesdays, and I make makeshift solutions to every childhood nostalgia that rages inside of the time when we knew what security felt like. Our mother's laps and our father's arms were the only love we ever needed till the time our bodies grew out of it, and soon did our minds. My Thursdays are a little fidgety. My emotions, the agony of tangled earphones. Life must go on, but where are we headed really? Calculations, mappings, goals, breathe in, breathe out, a cycle, and somewhere in the middle I dance. Somewhere in the middle I break into a dance. I dance my heart out in an empty apartment. I dance my heart out in an empty apartment. This too shall come to pass. On Fridays, I'm the face of fury. I'm the energy of a newborn. I don't let my loneliness engulf me. I swallow the lump in my throat and go about my business. On Fridays, I cook, I write, I hold a communion in my kitchen, a little pizza party, and before I draw the curtains, my thought tell me, Shrew, you're so strong. Saturday is a segue. I turn to the savory lies of a lover strewn over its charm with eyes of fire, and I call it out. I like my quiet, there's no room for toxicity. On Saturdays, we move on from a love that couldn't be my muse. I labor a walk out of my comfort zone, knowing even if I fall, poetry shall be my only bruise. Sunday breaks the chain. Sunday breaks the chain. Sunday, I'm the solution. 7 days I survived. 7 days I lived. 7 days my story. I hug myself tight. Sundays, I'm a proud princess of my own. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Come on, guys, come on. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What kind of a lawyer are you? What kind of?
Corporate lawyer.
Okay, how's that going?
It's going good.
Is this
I
your
have my
first?
senior there. I can't really say. how
Oh,
good it is.
okay. All right. Nice. Fun job. And how long? You are also a corporate lawyer?
Yeah, I'm a corporate lawyer as well.
How long have you been working with this organization?
This organization are only 2 weeks. I just joined.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So both of you, you also joined like 6 months back?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, very interesting. Lovely. Yeah, I have nothing to say. I was going to say I don't understand law. I mean, I understand law till however I understand as a citizen, but I don't really. It's only when you talk to people you understand a lot more. But anyways, thank you so much for doing that. Do you also perform or do you also write?
No, I'm here to.
Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. Thank you so much for doing that. Because you are also performing, right? So you are not performing. Oh, we only have 2 audience members today. That's lovely. Thank you so much for coming. I think, yeah. We get lucky today. Because sometimes it's only performers. And you're like, we all know what, I mean, the process is simpler, like it's simplified because you can break down what a person's trying to do. So it's nice to have audience who just like, also because if you're a performer and you're sitting quietly and patiently listening, I have too much respect because performers come in and if they see an opportunity, they'll be like, मुझे भी तो करना चाहिए यार, थोड़ा तो कुछ कर लेना चाहिए. So usually that happens. But yeah, again, without audience, we are nothing. We're just like, it's like talking to a, we can keep doing this all day without, audiences. Yeah, I've given a chance कि तुम poetry पूरा दिन करो. I was like, yeah, come, let's go. But if there's no audience, that goes away. But I feel like for me, stage was never intended. Stage was never intended. I don't know how many of you was never supposed to be on stage and then you landed up being on stage. Any of you there? Any of you in life? Or you all wanted to be on stage? No, you didn't want to be on stage. Clearly, today is the first time you're performing, so clear. Anyone else? None of you? Okay. Like I told you, I went to school in Bangalore, and this is me today. This is me in 2024. I feel firm. I feel confident. I feel like shit matters. I feel like my art matters. I feel like I matter. This is me while growing up. I was very scared. I was like, shit is scary. I'd rather make eye contact and talk to people than actually talk, right? And humans are very scary. And humans are scary now also. I mean, if I read the news, then I'm like, shit, bro, humans are scary. And I went on all-boys school. Anyone had the misfortune of going to an all-boys school? Anyone? No one? You had how was the experience? Yeah, if you don't have words, then it's... But apart from that, being around boys, how do you think it was?
It was great, means for friendship wise.
Yeah. It was nice to have friendships, but those friendships also ruined your life sometimes. So I feel like, as in with boys, the idea was if we both are friends and we are in school, I will go hit him, he'll come hit me, we're best friends. That's just how guys work. And in a boys' school, there's WWE happening every day, right? There's not just like other sports are gone to toss, this happens. So I went there to school, and one day in grade 1, I go to class, and I was this scared kid. So I was like, and if there was no attendance, they wouldn't know I'm in class. I was that scared. So I'm sitting one day, I'm quietly doing my work. My teacher comes and says, remove your homework notebook, submit it, remove your classwork notebook, start copying. I open the classwork notebook, start copying. When I'm about to look for my homework notebook, I can't find it. So now I'm like, shit. At the same time, vice principal walks into my class and she's like, you, come here with a diary. And I was like, shit, I'm going to be thrown out from school. Like, this is a little crazy. So then I go, they sign something, and I'm looking down and I can see my parents' face here. Because I'm like, wow, it's not even like grade 5, 7, 10, it's like grade 1. I just came to school. I go back home, and the first thing I do is go to play. Because you cannot show a diary with remarks and then be like, okay, I'm going to play also right now, they won't allow you. So I went to play, I came back, and now in the night, I had to get the diary signed. Okay, I don't know how many of you were those kids who got a lot of remarks. I got. So I had to get the diary signed. Now you have to know which parent to go to for what signature. Because you know who's going to save your ass when. So I'm like, mom ke paas jata hu, chupchap, even if I'm out of school, it's fine. She'll take care of it. I go to her, I show the thing. She starts reading and she gets very happy. She runs to their room to tell dad. And now I'm like, my mom's really cool, dude. She doesn't care if I go to school or not. She doesn't care only. She's just happy that, whatever, she's happy. So now both of them come out in the hall and I'm standing there, they're standing there, and they're very happy. And I'm like, why are they so happy? And why did they send me to school if they didn't want me to go, right? Then they look at me and said, you didn't tell us you are going to perform in front of the whole school 1 week from now. And I was like, that's what's written in there. They're like, yeah. I was like, I wish they threw me out of school, dude. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, okay? So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1. I wake up, my mom's like, are you prepared? I said, for what? She's like, for what? And I was like, I'm fine, you don't panic, I'm okay. Then I went to school and I was panicking like crazy because I'm like, how am I going to do this, right? And it's one of those days where you're trying to remember the 8 lines. I had 8 lines. I had to remember the 8 lines, right? So मैं पहला line चालू कर रहा हूँ, मेरे को last line भूल रहा हूँ मैं. Last line चालू करूँ, पहला line भूल रहा हूँ. I'm like, shit, dude, gone. And it was one of those things where, you know how in exam people tell you don't prepare right now because it doesn't make a difference. I believed that. I was like, it's fine now, it's gone. But then my vice principal came, took me from class, and we were going, and she was a very nice, reassuring, kind woman. And she was like, listen, you're going to be okay. And I'm like, she's vice principal, she knows some shit in life. She's telling me, I'll believe her, I'll be okay. And I go into this ground, I'm standing here, my vice principal behind, the whole school is there, okay? And my parents are sitting in the first row. There are parents, teachers, and students. And it's a huge school. So, sare baithe hue, and now the vice principal is going to start talking. The minute she finishes talking, she'll take a hand, put it on my shoulder, I'm supposed to start talking. And my mom's sitting here in the first row. So it started, I'm looking, and then finally the hand hits my shoulder. And I look at my mom, without thinking anything. I just tell her, Mummy, मैं भूल गया हूँ. अब सो कहूँ. Which in English directly translates to, I am fucked. And then my vice principal had to do my lines. Sadly, she didn't do it in my voice, but whatever, who cares. And then she finished that bit, and then we got done. And then we also, me, my mom, dad, and the vice principal were standing. Vice principal and my dad are laughing, saying, "Bacche ho jata hai." My mom's just quiet. She's really put hard work into this. And then suddenly I look at my parents, I'm like, so when are we going home? And my mom's like, you want to go home after this? And then we leave, we go home. But over the years, every time I go home or I tell her about someone, or if I tell her, कि ये सब हो रहा है, वो सब हो रहा है, she reminds me of this story. And then every time I tell her, hey mom, I have a show tomorrow, like just having words of motivation. She's like, I only have one thing. I was like, what? She's like, don't forget. I won't be there to remind you there to do that. And she's been the biggest cheerleader in life, right? Not just her. I feel like there are too many people, all of our lives, including mine, that have pushed me to be on stage, to be able to do things, right? It's not just me and my hard work. It's 1,000 people who believed in me before to be like, yeah, maybe you can do something, right? And my mom saw this long before I wanted to. I didn't want to do it. I was like, मुझे लोगों से ही बात नहीं करना है. Forget being on stage and trying to talk to so many people. I don't want to do this. But the reason that she kept pushing, other people kept pushing, and life just happened. It came from this point till this point. And I'm just grateful that stage, people, stories. I really believe that we're all walking, talking, breathing storybooks. And we're moving from one chapter to the other, right? We are finding resolutions for a lot of conflicts. Like in one of my chapters, like chapter 46, math exam, grade 5, I got caught. You know what the resolution was? The friend who was helping me copy, he also got caught. Life is great. Chapter 120, cheer if you went through this. Chapter 120, I fell in love. Cheer if you fell in love, yeah. Chapter 123, I had my first heartbreak. I know, 3 chapters later. There's a very small, sad story that I'll get into some other day. But, so yeah, we're in different chapters trying to do different things. And we're moving from one place to another. Some characters stay in our lives, and they help us move from one chapter to the other. Some characters come for a very brief period of time and they move away. But everyone impacts our life. And I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm glad that so many things are there to impact our own lives. And I'm just grateful that I get to do this. But yeah, that was my first time on stage. It was terrible. I don't like thinking about that day now when I think of it, because I feel like I'm so much more comfortable now that I wish I was more comfortable then. But I feel like the journey is fun, because if I wasn't there, today I feel like I would just be cocky, or I don't know, dude. I just would be annoying for no reason, okay, entitled. But I feel like now I just feel more grounded, because I know that the life, like I've really, whatever, like I've worked hard for this, and so have all of you. But just remember this, guys, no matter what the fuck happens, you perform at open mics, do shows, don't do shows, whatever happens, your art matters. Whatever you're trying to say matters. Whatever you're trying to say is true to you, right? So if he comes and tells me I have fever, I can't be like, no, fever doesn't exist, right? If he has fever, it exists. It's real for him. The same way, whatever you're trying to say is real. It matters. So continue doing that regardless of fucking Instagram, dude. Regardless of Instagram, regardless of featured shows, regardless of whatever. You continue doing what you're doing, because there is a reason you started doing this, not because you wanted clout or attention. You just started because you wanted to express something, and here we are expressing things. So yeah, just every time you feel like बहुत लोगों को ये मिल रहा है, वो मिल रहा है, just be like, it's Instagram, dude. It just the algorithms make you feel that way. But people in reality, nobody's trying to demean you or look at you and be like, "Tu fail ho life." Man, I don't think anyone wants that. Some people are there, but it's okay. The world is a mix of all kinds of people. You can't do anything. Okay. Anyways, my TED talk's over here. I've got to call the next person. Lilmo, can you please have Pranav? Keep clapping till he comes on stage.
Okay, hello. Hello everyone. दोस्तों मेरा एक ख्याल है कि आज़ादी प्यार का ईंधन होती है, प्यार का फ्यूल होती है. जहाँ आज़ादी होती है वहाँ प्यार पनपता है, वहाँ प्यार जिंदा महसूस करता है. और जहाँ आज़ादी नहीं होती, जहाँ तरह तरह की बंदिशें होती है, वहाँ कहीं ना कहीं मोहब्बत का दम घुटता है, वहाँ कहीं ना कहीं प्यार धीरे धीरे मरने लगता है. तो इसी ख्याल को लेकर मैंने ये कविता लिखी है, ये पोएट्री लिखी है. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. ओके, मैं थोड़ा सा ये एडजस्ट कर लेता हूँ.
You can pull it out if you want.
ओके, मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. मेरे ही साथ तेरी हर रात हो, तेरी ज़ुबान पर बस मेरी ही बात हो. मेरे ही साथ तेरी हर रात हो, तेरी ज़ुबान पर बस मेरी ही बात हो. मुझसे जुड़े तेरे सारे जज्बात हो, ये ज़रूरी तो नहीं. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. मुझसे मिलते जुलते तेरे सारे ख्यालात हो, मुझसे मिलते जुलते तेरे सारे ख्यालात हो. लड़ाई झगड़ों का हमारे रिश्ते से ना कोई ताल्लुकात हो. गले मिलने के लिए ही हमारी हर मुलाकात हो, ये ज़रूरी तो नहीं. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. तेरी वफा पर बस मेरा ही हक हो, तेरी वफा पर बस मेरा ही हक हो. हमारा साथ हमारे मरने तक हो. तेरी वफा पर बस मेरा ही हक हो, हमारा साथ हमारे मरने तक हो. तेरे ख्वाबों के दरवाजे पर हमेशा मेरी ही दस्तक हो, ये ज़रूरी तो नहीं. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. तेरे जिस्म का किसी और के जिस्म से राब्ता ना हो, तेरे ख्यालों का किसी और की खूबसूरती से कोई वास्ता ना हो. तेरी जिंदगी का मुझसे छुपी तेरे जिंदगी की मुझसे छुपी कोई दास्ता ना हो, ये ज़रूरी तो नहीं. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. ताउम्र तेरा ख्याल रख सकूं ऐसे ही हालात हो, ताउम्र तेरा ख्याल रख सकूं ऐसे ही हालात हो. शादी में तेरे मेरी ही बारात हो, ताउम्र तेरा ख्याल रख सकूं ऐसे ही हालात हो. शादी में तेरे मेरी ही बारात हो. तेरा चांद सा चेहरा निहारते हुए मेरे हर दिन की शुरुआत हो, ये ज़रूरी तो नहीं. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. मोहब्बत है मेरी जान, कोई मजबूरी तो नहीं. शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सो मच.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. One more time. Come on. I feel like, sorry to say to have performed before him, but officially we have started Poetry Open Mic right now. Okay? Until there is a love or heartbreak piece not done, then we're still not in Poetry Open Mic. A lot of times people come and start with that piece. Sometimes people come into love and then heartbreak, and then you're not even sure कि ये same है कि किसी और का है प्यार, नहीं कुछ नहीं पता यार. But is there anyone here who started writing because of love? Yeah, you started writing. I mean, makes sense. The piece that you're going to perform, is that, or have you been writing about love for?
It's the first time. Love, heartbreak, everything.
Oh, it all happened. Oh, I have so many questions, but it's okay. I'll wait for you to come perform. But guys, if you were given a choice, okay, if you're given a choice to be broken up with, you were given a choice. Breakup होने वाला है. But if you're given a choice where to do it, do you guys have a place?
Where?
Yeah, कहीं ना कहीं तो होगा ना मतलब would you want it in a public place, you want it in a private place, you want it in your favorite place, you want it in your partner's favorite place? I know this is a very absurd question, nobody asks. This is the fourth time I'm asking and everyone goes blank because they're like, why would I want to be broken up with? But you are getting broken up, then you tell me why. No place, any place.
Definitely not in a favorite place.
Not in
anybody's favorite.
anybody's favorite. That's very kind, dude. People over the years are like childhood home. I'll go to my partner childhood home in front of their mother. I'm like, why do you want to ruin their life in front of their friends? People are very mean to it. So this is still kind. कि नहीं अलग दूर ही करेंगे. Some person said we'll go on a trip. Someone said we'll trek at the top of the hill and then we'll break up. I'm like, you have to come back together. Just I don't understand. You go on an international trip to break up. Some person said space. I would like to go with the person to space and do it. So anyone now can think of any other? No.
I think in a normal cafe.
Cafe, would you like it?
Alone,
Like when people are
alone
alone.
separate by our table.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe on that corner somewhere.
Okay. Wow. Okay. If next time you want to, then you can come to that place.
That's what I'll be doing.
No one else. People are too sad with breakup over it. Like, have I asked a very wrong question? How many of you know this place called Candies?
Yeah.
Everyone knows? You don't know? Okay, so Candies is a cafe. It's in Bandra. It's a bungalow which is taken on lease for 100 years, and this guy converted that whole bungalow into a cafe. It's beautiful. Like when you walk in, it feels like Goa. It feels like another part of, because also it's not that crowded. You don't feel that crowded inside. It's a beautiful cafe. So when I came to Bombay first, I went there and I was like, I've never seen a cafe like this. Okay, cut to 2019. I was dating this person. We had taken a week's break because we were like, let's try to figure out where we are going. And she's like, listen, don't worry, I won't break up. I said, okay. We met at Candies. And I was very excited. I was very happy because I was like, finally, I've worked on myself. As in 1 week, I thought about myself and I'm like, okay, this is how I will contribute in the relationship and take it forward. We meet and I had this habit where I used to give her a cookie every time we met. So I went to buy the cookie and I came. And वहाँ पे self service है, ठीक है? तो हम लोग कुछ बात नहीं कर रहे, बहुत crowd है, and it's on the first floor. We are sitting on the first floor, and Candy is one of those places which is crowded, almost, as in it won't feel crowded, but there's always people. And plus this was a Sunday evening. So I'm sitting there, I go and get the cookie comes, it's nice, she looks at it, she looks at me, she's like, this is not working out. I'm like, I know it's too much noise and the cookie and everything. And she's like, no, this is not working out. And I was like, what? And then I ate the cookie because... Then I came to work here, okay? That's not the funniest part. The funniest part is life playing a joke on me. I came here. There is this show called Relationship Advice. I don't know if you guys know Relationship Advice. By this comic named Ronak Rajani. He comes and he calls 3 of his other friends and they talk about relationships. I had to shoot that show right after I went through a breakup, okay? And let's say the girl I was dating, her name is Ria, okay? So Ria sitting in the first row. Ronak comes, the comic, he starts talking to people. First person is like, what's your name? And she's like, Ria. And I was like, why, dude? Why are you doing this? And then they ask the guy's name. Then they start asking each other what you don't like about each other. And I'm standing behind and I'm just like, at least you have somebody you can complain about, right? From the place that I'm in, I was just hoping कि भाई तुम लोग रोना बंद करो यार. तुम लोग, you should be grateful that you have somebody right now. You can obviously figure things out if you're not okay between each other. But dude, that whole show was just people talk about relationships and how funny breakups are and how funny love is, and I'm just sitting in the corner. I don't know if I want to laugh or cry or do what. But this, honestly, I do all of this story just as a public service announcement. कि अगर तुम किसी के साथ ब्रेकअप कर रहे हो तो कैफे में मत करो, ठीक है? Especially over a call. That's even worse. If you've dated someone for like 6 years and you're like, okay, bye. That's too much. That's too much.
But then where?
Where?
Where then?
That's interesting. I've never answered this question. Thanks for asking. I've always asked people because I want to know what other people say.
ब्रेकअप कभी-कभी स्लो प्रोसेस भी हो सकती है.
Fair. That's also there. Yeah. So then you do it in all your favorite places so that you burn bridges and you're like, खत्म करो यार. मुझे नहीं करना ये. What is an ideal place though? If I have to ask, what is an ideal place? I asked already, but I'm asking again because I don't have any answers. Because I can think of all obvious places, like the places you guys went to, right? But I would say just, at any one of your houses, because that's...
एक जर्नी में जो जर्नी जस्ट स्टार्ट हुई है, फॉर एग्जांपल अभी मुंबई से हम लोग फॉर एग्जांपल कहीं घूमने गए, कश्मीर से मुंबई आ रहे और जहाँ वहाँ से निकले और ब्रेकअप हो जाए, तो जर्नी में एटलीस्ट साथ रहे।
Oh. But then everyone deals with breakup very differently. Like, you can't be like, let's be mature and sit next to each other and have a cordial conversation. Nobody does that. Nobody, after a breakup, suddenly it becomes like, kaun hai bhai tum, kaun ho? Like, what relationship do we share? Because then it becomes so much about me, what I feel at this moment versus what you feel, right? So, yeah. It's very rare. Has anyone had a cordial breakup? Mutual breakup, which is a very loosely used word. No, never happens, right? You had? You had a mutual breakup.
I like to believe it was mutual.
Did you just say you just had it?
Yeah, I mean, when was the Spoken Fest, I guess?
Feb first week.
Yeah,
Did it happen at the
yeah.
fest?
Oh.
Bro, I'm really sorry to say, and this is going to sound really mean, okay? But that festival meant life to me because for 6 years I've been wanting to do that festival. I did that festival. For me, the memories of that festival are. Thank you for that. But our attention is here right now, guys. It's okay. I had my time, it's fine. But for you, the festival is something else altogether.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a few
this
questions.
is live stream, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, your face is not shown, but your voice can be recognized. And you're talking to the mic straight. Okay, it's fine. If you don't want to talk about it. Once the live stream gets over, we'll talk about it. Maybe, I don't know. But anyone who's, I feel weird asking this question. Anyone who's had a breakup recently? Anyone in this? Anyone? No? Okay. Cool. I just thought I'll ask, I don't know. But sorry, man. But that was mutual, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you did get to enjoy the fest at least.
I actually enjoyed it after.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Any other follow-up questions anyone has?
Actually, I was in an event, somebody asked this similar question about if you know you want to die, where would you like to die? I believe the engagement, everybody had some answers to it, but not with this question. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah, I'm surprised, yeah. Because people said space and like whatnot before this. Yeah. But anyways, thank you for sharing. Can we please have a round of applause? It takes a lot to go through a breakup, especially if you're a writer, because then you're also somewhere, a part of you is also like, wow, the amount of poems I can write right now, that's beautiful. And another part of you is like, man, feel sad right now. Another part is like, yeah, but use the sadness to like write something. It's crazy, dude. Also, during a breakup, I've noticed like there are 2-3 kinds of friends. The first kind of friends are the worst, who will tell you, let's drink. And it's more often that they want to drink more than you want to drink. But they'll try to convince you saying, no, you should also drink. The second kind of friends are people who will become very aggressive. They'll be like, abhi block kar, delete kar, uska address khatam kar, tere dimag se sab delete kar de. And then there are third kind of people who are nice, who are like, hey, take your time. If you need me to be there, I'll be there. But if you ever enter a bar, guys, anytime enter a bar, right, and we see one dude just sitting in a corner and drinking Old Monk, just go hug that person. That person really needs a hug. Because you are that person? Me? No, not Old Monk. I just, no. I can do any other thing, but no, man, please. I think, no. But I've seen people, I've been a part of experiences where I've seen people, and you can see somebody's going through something when they're drinking in a bar where everyone's enjoying and they're just like, yeah, they're just like, there's no expression and they're staring into nothingness. They're staring into bottles of alcohol where they're like, which one can I finish tonight? Right? And it's just, it's a little scary. But no, I don't resort to drinking. I can't. Even that Candies wala breakup, that I came here, I finished the show, then we were heading back, my roommate and his girlfriend were there. His girlfriend's constantly like, nahi yaar, daru pita hum. I'm like, tere ko pina, to tu pee, theek hai? Mere ko nahi pina yaar. And both of them are opposites. My roommate's trying to convince me, saying, it's okay, we're here for you. His girlfriend's like, yeah, we're here for you, let's get drunk. And I'm like, so I had very few friends at the time who did this. I had a typewriter, and it really helped me at that time. I would say, I'll tell you guys places where you can get yourself a typewriter, but it really helps. So I really wrote, I have a whole file of poems that I'm never going to show the world, that I wrote immediately after I went through a breakup. And I think it was a great deed to do. More than even removing stuff out for people, I'm like, apne likho aur tum. Yeah, I want to get into the specifics, but it's okay. I was going to say that it's really fun, like putting that effort, because it's not as simple as a keyboard. You have to really put the effort on pressing it so that the thing can come right. So it's really interesting, because sometimes I would be writing and then I would start crying. And then I would stop crying because I wrote something that was so good that I'm like, wow, on my normal day where I'm really happy in life, I cannot write anything like this. This was so well, like everything just hit there. So yeah, maybe one day we'll have like either a crying open mic or a break open mic or something like that where we can all come in, bring your comforters and just cry together. Because I've realized I've always cried, like crying has been my hobby. But like when you do it alone, there's joy. When you do it collectively, it's like a festival. So I think we should do a festival soon. I'll put it on my Instagram or Habitat. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we'll get to that. Cool. I'll call the next person. You guys know what to do. Let's go. Can we please have Priyanshi? First time, guys. Priyanshi's come for the first time ever. Let's all clap and call her on stage.
And I just.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. So I'm Priyanshi and I'm second year college student. So this is the first time I ever wrote anything. It was first love, first heartbreak. He was my best friend. We are still friends, but it's not the same anymore because we were never meant to be just friends. So दिल में जो था उसे लफ्ज़ों पर ला ना पाए, प्यार तो था काफ़ी पर कभी जता ना पाए, माना कि गलती मेरी थी, माना कि गलती मेरी थी, इजहार मैंने कभी किया ही नहीं, पर एक दफ़ा तू मेरी आँखों में देख लेता तो राज कभी रहता ही नहीं। दूर रहना मंजूर नहीं था पर साथ चलना भी तो तकदीर में नहीं था। हाँ कर बैठी थी तुझसे प्यार, बह गई थी तेरी बातों से, तेरी आदतों से। आज भी सोचती हूँ काश ना मिली होती तुझसे मुंबई की उन पहली बरसातों में। तेरी हर बात पर दिल वार रही थी, किसे पता था तुझसे प्यार करके मैं खुद से ही हार रही थी। हाँ नहीं आती मोहब्बत जतानी, पर ये तो मानता है ना पक्की आती है दोस्ती निभानी। दिल में जो था उसे लफ्ज़ों पर ला ही नहीं पाए, प्यार तो था काफ़ी पर कभी बता ही नहीं पाए। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much. Keep clapping till she goes off stage. So sweet and innocent, dude. I miss college so much. I miss like just what you are in second year studying what?
BBA.
BBA. Oh wow, you and I.
NMIMS.
Nice. Are you in the glass building or the building?
Building.
Oh my God, they're redoing it, right?
Yeah, no, we are shifted to the new building.
So the glass building? No, that's
Glass building.
mini. Wait, so the college of the glass building is NMIMS, right?
Yeah.
SVKM is the सामने वाला. SVKM मतलब all the other this one. The first time I went there, someone is like, someone said, मेरे भाई, they're citing names of all these SVKM, ठीक है? वो मुझे लगा, wow, इतने सारे colleges जो मैं कहाँ है? मेरे को बोलते वो, हम लोग वो building में था क्या? And then I had a very close friend back then. She was UPG में, she was like the head, cultural head or something. So she's telling me, she's like, ये 4 floor ये इसका है, ये 4 floor ये इसका है, ये 4 floor शाम को ये हो जाता है. And it's bizarre because again from Bangalore we had a campus for every college. So it was a big deal to come here and be like, तुम लोग glass building में ही मतलब पढ़ रहे हो, which is ठीक है, okay. Like it's very interesting, and the fees is. Because if you see like Metebai, it's like nothing. And then you see NMIMS, you're like, wow, this is great. I have to like really save up. It's it's a little crazy. Doing BBA. Hi, are you already on path of what you want to choose? Third year, you have to specialize in anything? Yeah. Are you finance or marketing or? I also did BBA and I did marketing because even though I'm Gujarati, I'm bad at numbers. So I just, I'm so bad with the numbers and math that in 11th grade, I got 6 out of 50 in an exam. And then I topped it by getting 9 out of 100 in the next exam. And all of my friends in the group that I had, me and another friend, right now my closest friend, he's a dancer, I do this. And we both got onto this path because all of our other friends used to get 80, 90. All of them are CA, accountants, like really doing crazy things in life. And we both are like, nahi hoga yaar humse. We should just start doing something else. So that anyways worked out. But yeah, BBA was, it was whatever. I did from this college called Christ College, which I'm assuming people know because I don't know why people know, but people know. But in my batch, there were 16,000 students at the same time. There were about 80 or 90 courses and 16,000 students in one campus. And it was very cute because I would come to Bombay and people would know Christ. So they would be like, do you know Rahul? Do you know Aditya? Do you know Yash? And I'm like, who are these? Like, give me full name, course, what batch, nothing. Just people would be like, I know this guy. I'm like, I'm glad, but I have no idea. But yeah, the college the college is good, but for all the cultural stuff, because of which I happened to come here in life. Otherwise, it was very strict. You had formals, and you couldn't even have like a little bit of beard because we had an ID card which was a debit card. They would take that card and tell you, go, even if they see a little bit, they're like, go clean that up and come. Otherwise, we won't give you a ID card, which is also a debit card, which is also the thing you use to transact everywhere, right? और मैंने बहुत फाइन दिया है वो कॉलेज को because we had to pay fine every time we didn't have attendance. How many of you studied in Bombay? You are studying in Bombay. Who else studied in Bombay? Did any of your colleges have attendance? Like they're anal about attendance? Like what would they do if you had less attendance? Like kick you out or?
No exams.
Okay. We had like a system where if you go below 75, then it depends on who you are. If you're a naughty, like if you trouble them, they will tell you to go to the library and sit. Even after that, you have to convince them that you're good enough for them to give you a hall ticket. But if you're decent, you've not troubled them a lot, then they'll tell you to pay fine if it's around 75 or above 75. But yeah, 75 to 80, we had to pay 5 grand fine. Now, I'm just saying 16 to 20,000 students. तुम लोग math कर लो, मैं खराब हूँ. 16 to 20,000 students every semester miss out classes. Because of which also our seniors created an app which is called Bunkmate, where you could write the number of classes you're going to attend, the number of classes you've already attended, how many can you bunk? Just for this case. So you could see kids outside, like students outside class deciding to bunk, but they're all on their phone saying, मेरा इतना मैं 2 class miss कर सकता हूँ. Or you can miss 3 classes, or you can miss 2. Oh wow, some people couldn't miss, so they had to go back to class. But it was great, dude. That way the college was great. Like it really helped us pave some way into like this, because they were anal about studies, but they were more anal that you have to be a part of something. You have to do something else in life, not just come here to study. Luckily that worked out. I did theatre. Anyone here who did theatre in their lives? Yeah. When this was back in school, college, or
In Kolkata.
like when was this? What part of your life was this?
I was in college, but
Okay.
rarely in college, only in theatre.
Yeah, makes sense. Like, your college is one of the colleges that allowed you to not have
Yeah,
attendance.
they had nothing to do with the attendance.
Dude, Bombay, I meet people, they're like, हाँ 4% में जाके आया, हाँ 6%, हाँ 10%. I'm like, तुम क्या कर रहे हो यार लाइफ में? 10% तुम कॉलेज ही नहीं गए हो. And yeah, like I did commerce and I did BBA. And I used to go for 8 hours. When I came to Bombay, I realized 4 घंटे में भी commerce हो सकता है. There is no like, you don't have to go through this entire process of like putting people through this. Okay, anyways, I have forgotten the name, but I'll just throw it in the air. Okay. Oh, I got the name. Okay. Let's go. You guys know what to do. Guys, come on, guys. Little more. Can we please have Shipra? Keep clapping till she comes on stage. Sorry.
Hi. तो कभी कभी क्या होता है ना कि कोई हमें रिजेक्ट करे, हम अपने आप को पहले रिजेक्ट कर देते हैं हमेशा. और मैंने बहुत सालों तक अपने आप को बहुत बार रिजेक्ट किया, इतनी बार कि मुझे लगता है कि चलने से पहले मैं गिर गई. और आई थिंक आप सबके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ होगा. और मैंने उसे पे काफ़ी सालों पहले पोएम लिखी थी, तो सुनाती हूँ. हर आवाज़ जो चीखती है, हर साज पुकारती है उस टूटे हुए सपने को जिसे 4 लोगों ने मिलकर तोड़ा है, उस ख्वाब को जिसे रूह ने रूह से जोड़ा है. क्या तुम्हारे भी ख्वाब टूटे हैं? क्या तुमने भी पहने कभी फटे जूते हैं? क्या 4 लोग तुमसे भी रूठे हैं? तो ध्यान से सुनिए, वो 4 लोग झूठे हैं. हाँ, वो 4 लोग झूठे हैं. इन 4 लोगों ने मिलकर मेरा कत्ल किया है, सरेआम सरी बाज़ार में मेरे ख्वाब को दफन किया है. मैंने मेरी आरज़ू को मरते हुए देखा है, मैंने मेरे ख्वाब को तड़पते हुए देखा है. मैंने उन 4 लोगों को, मेरे ख्वाबों को कुचलते हुए देखा है. दम तोड़ दिया मेरे ख्वाब ने और मैं कोई गवाही भी ना दे पाई. ना मैं वो लाश उठा पाई, सबसे बड़ी बात, ना मैं उन 4 लोगों को देख पाई. कौन थे वो? कहीं आप तो नहीं? अगर आप नहीं
तो क्या आपने देखा था उन 4 लोगों को? आप कैसे हो सकते हैं? वो 4 लोग तो आपका भी मजाक उड़ा रहे होंगे, आपको भी कहीं ना कहीं डरा रहे होंगे। कहते हैं कि जब ख्वाब मरता है ना, तो आप एकदम जिंदा लाश की तरह हो जाते हैं, समझ नहीं आता कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा, लेकिन वो अंदर ही अंदर कहीं जी रहा होता है। तो मुझे लगता है कि वो मरा नहीं है, अभी जिंदा है। मेरे ख्वाब के रूह ने अभी जीना नहीं छोड़ा, मेरे ख्वाब ने अभी तक दम नहीं तोड़ा। मुझे सच में कुछ सुनाई दे रहा है, शायद उसकी धड़कनें हैं, मेरी ख्वाबों की धड़कनें। जो दिख नहीं सकता वो दिखाई दे रहा है। मेरा ख्वाब अभी ज़ख्मी है मगर मरा नहीं, दफनाया हुआ है मगर गला नहीं। बुला रहा है मुझे, कह रहा है लड़ना है तुझे, तो टूट नहीं सकता, उड़ना है तुझे, उड़ना है तुझे। अब ख्वाब मुझसे कह रहा है, ख्वाब हूँ तेरा, उठकर आगे बढ़ना है तुझे, लड़ना है तुझे, लड़ना है तुझे। उन 4 लोगों से मिलना है तुझे, हिसाब है तेरा पुराना, सबक है उन्हें सिखाना। उन्हें तेरे ख्वाबों का दर्शक है बनाना, उन्हें तेरे ख्वाबों का दर्शक है बनाना। उन 4 लोगों को उनकी औकात है दिखाना। हिसाब लेना है उनसे, औरों को भी बचाना है, उन्हें यहाँ से भगाना है। कातिल है 1000 ख्वाबों के वो लोग, अब तो उन्हें सज़ा सुनाना है। ध्यान से सुनिए, सच का कटघरा होगा, सारे गुनाहों का खुलासा होगा, उन 4 लोगों का सरेआम हिसाब होगा। शायद यही मेरा और आप सबका ख्वाब होगा। तो जब भी ऐसा लगे कि आपके ख्वाब टूट रहे हैं या आप अपने आप को रिजेक्ट कर रहे हो, तो सोचो कि वो 4 लोग भी रिजेक्टेड ही थे बेचारे, उन लोगों को अपनी भड़ास आप पर निकाल रहे हैं। सो डोंट एवर ट्राई टू पुल बैक योर सेल्फ, बिकॉज देयर आर सो मैनी पीपल हु आर ऑलवेज पुलिंग यू बैक।
Alright.
या थैंक यू।
What happened? Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this next part, but the 4 people you're talking about are called relatives. I'm turning 30 this year, okay? And it's already shocking to me. Don't. It's already shocking for me because it feels weird when I put it in mathematically. When I say I've been alive for 3 decades, it feels very absurd instead of saying 30, okay? And first of all, you guys are invited to my birthday party. All we are going to do is cry. So come, just come. We'll all sit around and we'll cry, and it's very exciting. And that's the thing. I turn one. We all grow up every year, right? But I don't know why relatives start looking at you differently post like 25. Till 25, they are like, work hard, don't get distracted, don't be in relationships, don't think about money, think about future. Okay, 26, 27, they'll be like, work. Maybe you can have a girlfriend. Actually, don't have a girlfriend. Just start seeing people. At 30, they'll be like, where's your wife? Why are you not married by now? And I told my dad the other day, I'm like, this society is so fucked that for years they tell you, don't date, don't have a girlfriend, don't have a girlfriend, don't have a girlfriend. Now all of my relatives, all of my family, everyone's like, where? Why don't you have a girlfriend? What's wrong with you? Do you not interact? And I'm like, all my life, for 15 years you told me not to talk to someone. For 20 years you told me don't talk to someone, don't make those relationships, keep friendships. Suddenly now you want me to start dating people. This is a weird, I don't understand, man. Indian, yeah. Anyone around my age dealing with my problems? Anyone? Are they pressurizing you constantly? So what is your reason? What do you tell them?
I just tell them that
नहीं करना है.
they're like, you should get married.
Yeah.
So I'm like, find someone who would want to get married.
That's also true. Yeah.
So, okay.
Someone has to deal with us also. It's not like it's become an option कि तुम लोग जाके कर लो. It's so much more harder.
The bank balance works like nothing. So.
Oh my God, if I start that right now, guys, we need therapy right after this. If I start talking about the trouble I feel just putting numbers together and being like, hey, how will I ever manage for my own life in this city? It's just more and more crazy. It's okay, let's not get into that. I have a session 2 days later. I'll figure it out with my therapist. Okay. We only have 3 more people left. Okay. So I want you guys to have crazy energy. Does anyone have any plans today? Apart from working, anyone doing anything fun today? Because I'm working, so I'm vicariously living through you guys technically. So if anyone's doing anything, no one's doing anything fun. This was a highlight.
I am to perform it.
Wow, I feel too. You perform?
I am to perform at one more place.
Why he's performing at one more place? Great. If you guys are free, the One Nest in Juhu, there's a place called One Nest. It's in Juhu. They have a studio there. They're having an open mic right after this. I don't know the registration process, but you can, if you guys are free, you can head over there. But only one guy has none. No one.
We've got work.
What do you do?
I work for the UN as a spoken word poet.
Casually, just casually. Yeah, I would love to say that I work for the UN. Wow. How? What? Like this is very interesting. How you, not how you're a poet, but how you associate with them, and what work does that entail in terms of poetry?
So I'd been making, since when the pandemic happened, I started making my own poetry series in my own hometown, which helped me make my own CV. And where I made a short film, the finale was a short film which is like the top 20 poetry short films on Short It India, next to like Ayushmann Khurrana and all these people. And I did it on my phone. I edited on my phone, so that gave me a very strong CV. So when UNICEF was looking for young content creators, I was amongst them, and since I did a very badass job, they reached out back to me in their 75th anniversary.
Wow.
That, do you want to make a video? I told them I would like to be paid for it because I can't work for free. Because you're the UN, you're not some another company.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so I made the 75th anniversary video, post which UNICEF South Asia reached out to me and they asked me, what can we do for you? And I told them, make me your first spoken word poet. I want to make a difference in this scene. So they made me their first spoken word poet.
Wow.
And I have won like 10 national slams, be it IFP, be it Uniraise, be it Commune, be it Spill. I've been there, I've won, at least stayed in the top 3 always. So, yep, that's life. Now I lead a team of young content creators from all over Asia. I teach them how to edit on their phones. I released a music album last month. I make my own music. I compose, I produce.
Wow.
I'm releasing another album next month as well. So, yep, I stay busy.
Yeah, this is wow. This is like wow. So many amazing things. So congratulations first on being able to do that, because it's rare that, and I say this with respect to everybody, including myself, that we don't know how to value ourselves as performers, as artists, to put ourselves there and be like, this is what my work entails and this is what I can carry with me. But it's a lot to be able to identify that in yourself and to be able to pitch it with so much confidence to be like, no, this is the quality I have and this is what I want to move forward. But it's lovely, amazing. Congratulations. And thank you for taking one for the team, because I know this is only going to help all of us collectively, whether it's reaching out to the world or it's just being in India and doing a bunch of things. I'm very excited. Do you guys also do live stuff, or is it just
No, so that's
videos?
where it gets tricky, because since I'm an experimental baby, and since doing live events or having a curated show and stuff like that requires a third party.
Yeah.
So whenever a third party contract comes in, that's where it's looked down at, because sometimes it can seem like maybe I am getting paid from someone else to be associated with the UN. So that's where UN has a very strict policy that I cannot bring in any other, because I've tried as many platforms I could to pitch them, like this is the scene.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets tricky, because anyone can say, oh, Dion, that platform might be paying you this much to get us there. So that's why I have to abstain from it as long as I can. Otherwise, one day I know where I've taken myself. I've made a luck for myself from my hard work.
Yeah.
And I'll see wherever that takes me. So for now, this is all that I could do and all that I am. So
I mean, you're doing a lot. So it's really like helping people that you're working with, the people who are getting help from you. And I'm saying now a lot more people are inspired with this idea. Sorry, one last question. So you're saying that if it's paid, then they are a little...
no, if it's a third party. So like
they pay, it's fine.
Yeah, they pay me. Only I am associated with UNICEF.
Yeah.
So if I say tomorrow I want to do a show in Habitat, let's say, with this banner, with let's say another
many
platform,
artists and
I'll bring in another platform. That's where they will reject it, because they don't know anybody else. So what could be precise would be that, what if you are paying me to
Yeah.
do this so that you could be recognized by the UN as well.
Makes sense. It's a
So-
fair enough deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone would like to do that. I mean, I would like to get that banner so that they can start. I mean, then you don't know what
And that
where
is
it's used.
exactly why I'm there. So
Yeah.
that I can keep moving forward, because 2 years ago I was just their poet. Now I'm a mentor. Now I teach and help kids as well. Hopefully I'll land somewhere else by the next 1 or 2 years. But
Easily. If I'm in Bombay, I feel like also Bombay really helps build more connections, helps you push things around. I feel like my math, how much of math it is, I feel like Bangalore growth is 1x or 1.5x. Bombay is 3 straight. Like you just jump 3 steps and you go. I feel like wherever I'm in life right now also, the same way. It's just more... it just helps because a lot of people are here and like this people identify things and they're like, okay, you can go talk to that person, do this, do that, figure out, and people just get things done. Also because there is no time. So people like to बात करके कर ले figure, मेरे को involve नहीं करना. But it's a great initiative. Congratulations. I mean, there are people you can always reach out to. I have more questions which will take forward because I feel like this. I'll finish the whole open mic just asking you questions. But this is great. But then this doesn't seem like work. I mean, I really felt like you're doing a job and you have to go to a job today and do all
I
that.
have to sit on a Zoom. So.
ठीक है, मतलब we are still trying to bring a change. It's not like a stressful work environment. Yeah, it's not a. I mean, it could be stressful. Sorry, I don't mean to like, but I'm saying it doesn't seem like it's straining to you. You like doing this.
It's not work if you're enjoying it.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say without saying this. Anyone who has stressful job? Anyone who has stressful job? Anyone who does stressful work? We always spoke about it. But just for like a minute, just to explain to people what you do. And
Let's say I handle the financial status of my shop.
yeah, and what does that do?
It includes the banking stuff and just to maintain the like GST returns and data feeding and all. I have to just manage it basically. I'm not the one doing it, but
Yeah.
there are people doing it for me. I have
Yeah.
to manage it because those guys are state freedom and so I have to look upon them ki they are doing it right or wrong because they won't find the errors that I have to find.
Yeah,
Because it's my
this is your job. Yeah, essentially. Wow, that's a lot of numbers, man. I'm overwhelmed just by the number of numbers there are. But great, and nobody else.
Stressful.
Stressful? Yeah, it's not stressful.
No, it is very stressful.
It's very stressful. Yeah, that's what.
So it's so normal for us that it's like
Like working on high stress environment.
Yeah.
Then when there's no stress, you guys are like, "Ooh, is everything okay?"
Then
Like,
it's abnormal. Then we know like it's the calm before the storm. Something big is coming.
wow, this is okay. Great. Okay, we have 3 more performers that I'm going to call, and 3 of them were you also in Spill Slam?
Yeah.
You also okay. So the next 3 performers are going to come. All 3 were in Spill Summer Slam. For those of you who don't know, Spill Poetry is an organization that does a lot of poetry shows, has been doing it for 6 years. They had a Summer Slam recently, a while back. And the next 3 performers coming have participated in that, have done phenomenal jobs in that. And I'm sure you're going to get to see that. The first person I'm calling is a dear friend. And I'm happy we can call each other friends. I don't know why. I'm just happy. Yeah, ever since I came back from the pandemic, I've met her constantly and we've performed together, worked together. We also performed at the Spoken Lineup together, and I'm very excited to have her. So, can we please have Kajal Advani?
Hi, my name is Kajal Advani. I'm a writer and a spoken word artist. Very happy to be here. I don't know if I would call social media being a stressful job, but I was literally making a post right now, so I would say thoda stressful to hai. But anyway, hello. Sorry. I feel I'm back at an open mic after ages, but it's always good to be back. And I want to perform a poem, which was actually the first ever poem I performed at an open mic. It's called Trauma, but it's not too graphic, so no trigger warnings. On days that I smile with my lips, trauma seeps her way into my thoughts. She laughs and sneers, juggles with my insecurities. She doesn't know how to juggle. She drops them, scattering them into my day. It takes me 3 showers of well wishes to scrub it all off. Trauma loves to cuddle. She creeps in my bed when I'm watching my favorite film. She whispers in my ears and shivers down my spine. Gently caresses my forehead. Her hands feel strange, They are damp from my tears over the years. She smiles and sings a lullaby. I fall asleep into a nightmare. Trauma meets me in this nightmare. She puts on a pair of glasses and imitates the way I sob. My glasses are fogged up. I can't see her through my tears. I know she's smiling and I know she's shaking, but she's shaking with glee. I am breathing in pain. Wondering when she would leave me. Trauma leaves me with silent tears running down my cheek at 1 a.m. Trauma teaches me to smile. As I look at myself in the mirror with blood-soaked eyes and a frozen smile, trauma teaches me to laugh loudly, bounce my head upwards, my eyes shut. She lurks behind my eyelids. She's a silent presence. But sometimes she peeks behind the curtain, glides across the floor to where I stand. Trauma greets me when I'm laughing with friends. She smiles a smile sharp enough to hurt my ribs. She talks in a honey-drip voice, masked with the conviction that she was the best thing that happened to me. She leaves me flustered. What was I saying? Listen, are you okay? Who was she? She was my first friend. She thought I forgot her. That's why she came to say hi. You see, I know all her habits. And Trauma loves to talk. She wants us to talk during every laugh. She doesn't let me write. She complains that I don't spend time with her. She physically snatches my pen and hides my notebooks unless I promise I'll write about her. In a good way. Okay, I've been a writer since I was 9 years old. I can try this. Trauma, you have... Trauma, I lied. You can't hide the rhymes beating in my heart, the ones which scream your name, the ones which all say the same, the rhymes which bring me to tears. They remind me that you form all my fears. They try to tell me I'll be fine. But Trauma, you still claim to be mine. You are my constant companion. But I can't write about you in a good way. Our relationship is complicated. You leave me in tears, but you help me grow. But Trauma, I didn't want to grow so soon. I wonder how life would be if you hadn't shifted into my home. If I could have picked my roommate, I wouldn't have picked you. You are a burden, you are a foe, you latched onto me like a friend. I don't know how to let go. I've forgotten how to live life without stumbling into your arms at every street. Trauma, don't you realize? We shouldn't meet. I know you won't leave, but I'll heal one day. Trauma, you won't make me grieve. Thank you. Thank you. I'm performing that after many months. Wow. So I don't have anything to, I don't have any of my own show to promote right now because I'm still working on some things and it will be out soon. I'll promote it when that time comes. But a friend of mine has written and directed a play which is going to be premiering this Friday and Saturday. The play is called One Day and this is the poster of it. It's a really nice poster. So I'm just going to read the description of that play because I think we are all artists and this is something I think all of us would relate to it. So just 1 second, sorry. Yeah. One Day is the story of an aspiring writer and his journey to discover his artistic voice. The play explores the themes of self-love and the struggles of an artist. Like most of us, the protagonist is profoundly insecure, has trouble finding his voice, and lacks self-belief. We get an up-close and personal look at this insecurity, his inner critic, and as the story unfolds, find out why he is the way he is. It's happening at Veda Factory on 23rd and 24th, Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. So if you're around and you're interested, please do watch it. Thanks.
Can you please have it for Kajal one more time? Yes. When she started reading the description, I'm like, wow, that's like me. Just literally every day going through this inner critique and insecurity. Okay, last two performers. You guys know what to do. Let's go. A little more. So please have Aryansh. Are.
कैसे हैं आप लोग?
बिल्कुल ठीक।
मेरा नाम आर्यन शरोरा है, मैं बस्ती उत्तर प्रदेश का निवासी हूँ और मैं चाहता हूँ कि जब तालियां बजे तो वहाँ तक पहुँचें। बहुत आसान भाषा में मैं अगर किसी को जानना हो बस्ती कहाँ है तो मैं राम जी का पड़ोसी हूँ। मैं इससे अच्छा क्या बताऊँ। अभी मैं रास्ते में आ रहा था ना तो ऐसे ही बात हो रही थी, मैं अपना हाथ देख रहा था ऐसे ही, मतलब विदाउट एनी सेंस ऐसे देख रहा था। तो जो मैं ऑटो ड्राइव कर रहे थे उन्होंने भी कहा कि हाथ पढ़ना आता है, वो भी यूपी के थे, हाथ पढ़ना आता है ऐसे करके। तो ऐसे ही मैंने हाथ देखा उनका, मेरे को आता नहीं था। बट देन आई रियलाइज, तो मैंने वहीं पे लिखा ऑन द स्पॉट कि सिर्फ टूटी हुई लकीरों के लिए होते हैं, हमारे हाथ जंजीरों के लिए होते हैं। हम बिस्तर पे पड़ते ही मर जाते हैं, नींद ख्वाब सब अमीरों के लिए होते हैं, नींद ख्वाब सब अमीरों के लिए होते हैं। एंड एक ऐसी पीस है मैं सुनाता हूँ आज। वैसे मैं कविता ज़्यादा लिखता हूँ पर आज कुछ नया ट्राई कर रहा हूँ कि सब गवाया प्यार को बचाकर, क्योंकि रखा था एतबार को बचाकर। मैं कहानी का खुदा बन गया महज एक किरदार को बचाकर। इसे सारे राज मालूम है मेरे, इसे सारे राज मालूम है मेरे, सो नहीं रखूँगा दीवार को बचाकर। और हर महफिल में तुझे नज़र करने को रखता हूँ चंद अशार को बचाकर। और गलती गलती नहीं गुनाह कहलाती है, गलती गलती नहीं गुनाह कहलाती है, अगर तुमने रखा है गुनहगार को बचाकर। और मैंने अपनी इच्छाएं मार दी हैं, मैंने अपनी इच्छाएं मार दी हैं, और रख लिया है परिवार को बचाकर, और रख लिया है परिवार को बचाकर। थैंक यू सो मच। थोड़ा सा लव पे आते हैं, थोड़ा सा प्यार भरी बात है कि मैं जब भी उसे निहारा करता था, आँखों के ज़रिए पुकारा करता था। मैं जब भी उसे निहारा करता था, आँखों के ज़रिए पुकारा करता था। देखता था हम दोनों को साथ ज़माना मुस्कुराते हुए नज़र उतारा करता था। मेरी नादानियों पे हंसा करती थी वो, मेरी नादानियों पे हंसा करती थी वो, जो सो मैं जान के वही गलती दोबारा करता था। और मेरे दिए जूते कपड़े बस अच्छे हुआ करते थे, मेरे दिए जूते कपड़े बस अच्छे हुआ करते थे। वो उन्हें पहनकर और भी प्यारा करता था, वो उन्हें पहनकर और भी प्यारा करता था। मैं कुछ नया ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, मैंने पहले बता दिया, दिस इज़ नॉट माई मेन फूड। सो एक ऐसे एक ये है कि भाई ईगो आती है रिलेशनशिप में, आ जाती किसी एक बंदे पे तो होती ही है, ठीक है ना। तो उस पर एक ऐसे चार लाइनें थी कि दुखी हूँ एक बात से कि सवाल क्यों नहीं किया, दुखी हूँ एक बात से सवाल क्यों नहीं किया, बिछड़ने के समय मेरा ख्याल क्यों नहीं किया। दुखी हूँ एक बात से कि सवाल क्यों नहीं किया, बिछड़ने समय मेरा ख्याल क्यों नहीं किया। ये सोचना नहीं कि कॉल मैं नहीं करूँगा अब, ये सोचना नहीं कि कॉल मैं नहीं करूँगा, बुरा लगेगा बाद में कि कॉल क्यों नहीं किया, बुरा लगेगा बाद में कि कॉल क्यों नहीं किया। और इसके लिए मैं ट्रिगर वार्निंग दे दो, इट्स अ बिट ऑफ अ सुसाइडल स्टफ, बहुत छोटा सा ही है। तो इट्स लाइक आँखों में ख्वाब सजाने के चक्कर में मर गया, आँखों में ख्वाब सजाने के डियोन एंड आई माइट रिलेट टू दिस अ बिट, कि आँखों में ख्वाब सजाने के चक्कर में मर गया, अच्छा भला लड़का ज़माने के चक्कर में मर गया। एक बाप ने एक बेटे की खुदकुशी पे खुदकुशी कर ली, एक बेटा एक लड़की को पाने के चक्कर में मर गया। कहीं किसी थाली में किसी ने चावल छोड़ा था, कहीं पे कोई पंछी दाने के चक्कर में मर गया। और 100 झूठ 100 बहानों 100 फसानों से भरा एक आदमी एक सच को छुपाने के चक्कर में मर गया, एक आदमी एक सच को छुपाने के चक्कर में मर गया। एक ऐसे एक और मोहब्बत पे बहुत ज़्यादा सेंसिटिव, तो प्लीज़ आप लोग तो खूब तालियां बजाएं आपको अच्छा लगे, कि उसका हुस्न सबको कुछ ऐसे फना कर देता है, उसका हुस्न सबको कुछ ऐसे फना कर देता है, उसको छूने जाता हूँ हाथ मना कर देता है। उसका हुस्न सबको कुछ ऐसे फना कर देता है, उसको छूने जाता हूँ हाथ मना कर देता है। आंखें झुक जाती हैं, इतना ज़्यादा चमकते हैं, उसके झुमके मानो जैसे चांद बना कर देता है। और उससे बातें करते वक्त उसकी बातें करनी है, उससे बातें करते वक्त उसकी बातें करनी है, जो बात उसकी ना हो तो वो अनसुना कर देता है। और किस्मत बदल जाती है वो जिसको भी छू लेता है, छूकर उसकी किस्मत को 10-20 गुना कर देता है। So that's it, and my last piece of the day is कि मैंने उसको तब से जाना है जब से मैंने खुद को पहचाना है। मेरे दिल में छुपे डर की आहट भी वो है, मेरे चेहरे पे बड़ी सी मुस्कुराहट भी वो है। मैं हूँ ज़मीं वो मेरा आसमां है, उसके संग हर मुश्किल आसा है। पड़ा रहता एक जगह और सड़ता मैं, वो नहीं होती तो क्या करता मैं। रब जो दिल में है उसकी मूरत हो तुम, सबसे खूबसूरत से भी ज़्यादा खूबसूरत हो तुम। मुझे तब तक उसका साथ चाहिए, आखिरी लम्हों में उसका हाथ चाहिए। शब्द कम पड़ रहे हैं, मजबूरी है, मैं बता नहीं पाऊंगा तू कितना ज़रूरी है। उसके संग जीना है, उसके संग जान गंवानी है, और अगर 7 फेरे 7 जन्मों की निशानी है तो ऐ खुदा मुझे उसके सारे अंधेरे चाहिए। मुझे उसके संग 7 नहीं 70 फेरे चाहिए। ये बोल के भी मेरी आंखें नम हैं, क्योंकि मैं जानता हूँ कि 70 फेरे भी कम है, 70 फेरे भी कम है। थैंक यू सो मच, दैट्स माय टाइम। माय नेम इज आर्यन शरोरा, इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल आर्यन राइट्स। प्लीज गिव अ ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर हर्ष भैया।
Thank you. Wow, we went through a whole journey. Okay, calling the last person, guys. Okay, so put in all of your energy. Alel, Molel, can we please have Dion?
I think we should give another round for our host. He's been so cool. Performers, and a Jai host. Amazing hona chahiye. That's how you just like fall in love. But yes, I'm back in Habitat after 4 years. 4 saal. But yep, I want to begin by asking you, what are like the four first questions you ask a stranger when you meet them? What's your name? What? कितने साल के हो? कहाँ से हो? क्या करते हो? Right? These are the first basic questions we ask a stranger. But funny enough, that's never been the case for me. People have often come up to me and asked me, भाई तुम क्या हो? तुम्हारी sexuality क्या है? तुम कहाँ fit होते हो? बताओ हमें. And for me personally, I feel like before labels are important, yeah. But for me, before I'm anything or anyone, I'll always be me. So I repeat to myself that I'm not what you think of me. I'm not what you want me to be. I'm not any different. I am only me. Because I often think about this one time my English teacher, Mrs. D, randomly stopped me and said, a flock of birds often attack a different colored bird because they see it as a threat. A flock of birds often attack a different colored bird because they see it as a threat. I didn't understand her back then. But for reasons yet to unfold in the story untold, I'll tell you about the 5-letter word engraved from my jaw uphill to my forehead. Shame. Shame is a blanket I used to go to sleep every night covering myself in. Shame is an uninvited guest I met at the age of 14. At 14, when we are not too young or too old to still read children's storybooks, run around town not caring about the brand someone's wearing or the next trending look, I used to get dragged and locked up in the girls' washroom for listening to Taylor Swift by a bunch of little boys convinced that they were all men, big, wild, and strong, ready to rule. The headmaster of my school wrote to my father one day, there's something very odd about your son, sir. We've noticed since the last couple of days. He doesn't have any friends, doesn't even try to socialize. When asked questions, he barely replies. You should get him checked. There might be spiders in his head, for he doesn't seem to be doing that all right. What that master with no head didn't write about was how every day in hallways too loud I would get surrounded by a crowd who recklessly shout, watch out! Here comes the faggot. Every time they'd see me. The janitor of my school is still trying to wipe off the stains of my splattered dignity. I have a name. I have a name that my beautiful mother gave me. A name that no one used to call me with. There are still days when I tell myself that all of the horror I went through, I must have deserved it. Because I was 14, watching people fall in love fearlessly while I was being taught not to even think of love in secrecy. I was 14 when people asked me, are you fucking gay? More times than I remember someone asking me whether I'm okay. I wanted to fear monsters under my bed, but instead I was more afraid of being myself because of the way I felt I could get expelled right away. I was just 14. And to think and know that someone out there went through so much worse, way younger than I used to be, all in the name of being different. I wish the ones calling me that would someday stop to understand how they are the ones indifferent. Indifferent to a love they didn't grow up with. Indifferent to growth because you're afraid of what you might find within. Indifferent to a life that does not fit in your definition. My gender and orientation is not my identification. And sure as hell should not define my ambition, let alone my destination. But it did, and it will, because it still does. Oh, Mrs. D, the flock of birds don't just attack a different colored bird, they strip it off of its colors. And if it still doesn't fit in, that stupid bird screams, go unheard, all its feathers plucked on the ground, everyone's laughing as they burn. What a price some of us have to pay in the name of love. But no matter what, I'll spend my lifetime in every corner of the world singing, screaming, I am not what you think of me. I am not what you want me to be. I am not any different. Because all I've ever been, all I'll ever be is me. Thank you. So good to be back. And I got to perform after 6 months, and I'm so glad it was with each and every one of you. And before I leave, I'll just say that wherever we go out into the world, I hope we always look up, not just like the sky, and realize that it is big enough for all kinds of birds with all kinds of patterns and colors to fly freely. Well, thank you. My name is Deonda Amant, and lovely performance.
Thank you. Please, come on. Everyone together. Thank you for that. I think art has that space. It's very rare to find a direct conversation or a direct way to say something, but I feel like what kind of stuff we are doing or how we are performing or what kind of stuff we're writing, I feel like that is closest to the direct way we could have a conversation about something. And again, art is a mirror of society, and we are trying to just show the world what it is. First of all, thank you so much for performing that. Second, thank you so much for being so courageous and being vulnerable with a group of people who you may know or may not know, and willingly wanting to consciously talk about something like this, which I'm sure is important to you. But the fact that you decide to share it with us means a lot, even what you do and even this. So I think thank you so much for that. It really is very powerful. And you are an example of that in terms of how your work or art reaches out, and you can talk about things that maybe we couldn't at one point. I'm sure a lot of spaces right now also we can't talk about many conversations, but this is going to drive the fact that whatever you guys create or whatever we all create over a period of time matters, like I said. So firstly, thank you so much for coming. Second, can all the performers clap for the 2 audience members that are there? Can we all clap for the people working at Habitat right now? Quickly, we have 2 open mics in a week. The process to get a slot is to say yes. There is no other person you can bribe. I'm sorry. Live stream will be live right after the event. Photos will get in our DM. We have a show. I run a property called Creative Block Party, which happens on 3 floors. Thank you. Which happens 3 floors right above from here. We are having Kavi Sammelan, which is basically a bunch of poets coming together and doing a show this Wednesday, 21st at 8:30 p.m. onwards. All Creative Block Party shows are free. You can just have to sign up to a Google form and you can come attend the show. It's happening 3 floors from here. The page is called Creative Block Party, BLOC. There is no K there. Don't ask us why. So it's just Creative Block Party. Go follow the page. Apart from that, talk to each other, figure that out. We'll take a group photo right now, and then I will humbly, sweetly request you that we'll have